Hello there, and welcome back to Aquaplay's Dragon Age Origins. Last we left off, we rescued Queen Honora and then escaped from capture in Fort Draken. So now, before we continue on, I think we had picked up a fair few codexes, so I was gonna take a look at that first thing. Yeah, looks like we have some here, so let's see. Antiva, so... In the rest of the civilized world, it is common belief that Antiva has no king. I assure you, gentle readers, that this is untrue. The line of kings in Antiva has remained unbroken for 2,500 years. It is simply that nobody pays any attention to them whatsoever. The nation is ruled in truth by a collection of merchant princes. They are not princes in the literal sense, but heads of banks, trading companies, and vineyards. Their power is conferred strictly by wealth. And Antiva is not primarily renowned for its peculiar form of government, nor for its admittedly unparalleled wines. Antiva is known for the House of Crows. Since Antivans are well known for being good at everything but fighting, it is more than a little ironic that Antiva possesses the most deadly assassins in the world. Their fame is such that Antiva keeps no standing army, no king is willing to order his troops to assault her borders, and no general is mad enough to lead such an invasion. The attack would likely succeed, but its leaders would not see the day. Yeah, I think we picked up that codex rather late. I think I missed it earlier or something like that. So yeah, kind of late getting that now, especially since we've already said goodbye to Zevran, unfortunately, here. But anyways, let's see, the Banorn. So the central Ferelden Valley has always been a paradox. No single band holds more than a few dozen leagues of farmland, yet together they govern a greater territory than all the Terrans and Arls combined. This collection of independent bands is known as the Banorn, and it is the heart of Ferelden politics. No person has ever sat upon the throne of Ferelden without first winning the approval of the Banorn. Queen Fionn, who had the misfortune to take the throne in the 18th year of the Steel Age, wrote of the Banorn, "There have been 3 wars this year fought over elopements, 5 fought over wool, and 1 started by an apple tree. It isn't even winter yet. Who would believe that these same bands, now trying so hard to kill one another, just last year united to give me the crown?" Interesting. Let's see. History of Ferelden, Chapter 2. The occupation was a dark blot on Ferelden's history. Our people, who from time immemorial valued their freedom over all else, were forced to bow to Rhodesian rule. The Empire declared our elves property and sold them like cattle. Chevaliers routinely plundered freeholds of coin, food, and even women and children, and excused it as taxation. And for 70 years no lands meets were held, for the imperial throne had declared our ancient laws a form of treason. King Brandel was one of those who escaped. He tried to organize the other fugitive lords to retake their land, but Brandel was neither clever nor persuasive, and the nobles preferred to take their chances alone. Ferelden might still be little more than a territory of the Empire, were it not for the fact that his daughter had all the charisma that her royal father lacked. The rebel queen's rule began with a midnight attack on the imperial armory at Lothering. It was swift and successful, and with their pilfered arms, the rebels began a campaign against their legions in earnest. But the turning point of the war came when a young freeholder joined the Queen's army. The lad, Logain McTeer, possessed a remarkable talent for strategy and quickly became the favorite advisor of young Prince Merrick. The Queen finally died at the hands of her Legion sympathizers, anxious to curry favor with their painted masters, and Merrick took her place as the leader of the rebellion. Logain became Merrick's right hand. Merrick and Logain led the rebels in a new campaign against their Legion oppressors, culminating in the Battle of Rudane, where the last Chevaliers in Denrim were crushed. With the capital once more in the hands of Fereldans, the battle to free our people was finally over. But the battle to rebuild what had been lost had only just begun. Yeah, honestly, it sounds like a really interesting story, but I just remember, I feel like the book, I think it's The Stolen Throne, right? I think that's the one that covers that part. Unfortunately, it just kind of, I feel like it kind of, remember the book just kind of glossed over, the more, what I think would be more interesting parts and just kind of focused more on, aspects that weren't actually that interesting. Yeah, I just didn't end up caring for that book very much, which is kind of a shame because it sounds, like it could be a really interesting story. But anyways, the Free Marches, especially considering how much it ties into this game, with Logain being kind of, essentially the big bad aside from the Archdemon, But anyways, the Free Marches, which is where we're going to be going in Dragon Age 2 here soon, but the Free Marches are not a kingdom, nor even a nation in the most basic sense. People from that region dislike even being lumped together as marchers. Rather, they are a collection of independent city-states united only when it suits them. In this respect, they resemble the Banorn before the arrival of King Calenhad. Because of this, the Free Marches have no capital, and what passes for a central government exists only sporadically, a sort of landsmeet that convenes only during times of crisis. I arrived in time for the grand tourney while it was on in Tantrevale, a remarkable sight indeed. I saw Avaru Hillsmen test their mettle against their Legion Chevaliers, riders from the Antrevales buying Navaran cavalry horses, and Tevan craftsmen selling their wares to Tevinter mages. All of Thedas was on display. Yeah, honestly, it would be kind of interesting to go back to the Free Marches sometime, because unfortunately, because of, what happened with the development of Dragon Age 2 and how it was rushed and everything, we only really got to see, Kirkwall, and that's basically it. So we, not only, were we just in, we were basically just in the one city-state, just for the entire day of, the game. So it would be interesting, to, maybe see more of the Free Marches sometime. But I doubt we'll probably see that in Dragon Age 4, because there's just so many other places to see that we haven't been at all, so, yeah. And we're gonna be, north, which I don't remember. I don't have, a map on hand, but, I don't think the, I think the Free Marches are, a little more south, if I'm not mistaken. But, I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, Gwarren. The human settlement of Gwarren is built directly on top of a dwarven outpost by the same name. Prior to the First Blight, in a time when Ferelden was not yet a nation and was still carved up into barbarian tribes, the outpost served as a source of salt and a means by which the dwarves could reach the sea lanes of the Amaranthian Ocean. Unwilling to come to the surface, the dwarves made an agreement with the local Terran to build a port and relied on the humans to ferry goods between the ships and the underground outpost. This made Gwarren a prosperous place and extraordinarily wealthy for a time. Oh, that's right, this is the one that, Loghain is, head of, right? His land? Or where he came from? I can't remember. When in the Divine Age, the Dwarven kingdoms fell to the Darkspawn and the deep roads were closed off, so too did the dwarves disappear from Gwarren. The human settlement, the envy of surrounding barbarian tribes, was assaulted and sacked, its wealth stolen. The town remained, however, and despite its remote location, continued to find value as a source of fish and timber. As the first settlement liberated by King Merrick and Loghain during the Ferelden Rebellion, Gwarren was eventually granted to Loghain when he became Terran, an 11 dragon. Okay, yeah, so it's his, territory that he's Terran of, essentially. Okay, the noble families of Ferelden. So the occupation left empty castles in its wake, whole families were butchered in the initial invasion, and all those who couldn't or wouldn't bend knee to the Emperor's puppet king were declared traitors and hunted. Many bloodlines ended on chevaliers' blades at dusty crossroads, in forest clearings, or in freeholds. And then there were the turncoats. To curry favor with their new masters, some nobles took up arms against their brothers. They betrayed and murdered the rebel queen, an act that created even more vacant titles and lands once King Merrick exacted justice. That Ferelden did not fall apart after their legions left is a testament to the strength of King Merrick. The old families still had grudges against those who had sided with the Emperor, and those new families that had been granted titles were viewed as interlopers. The landsmeets that followed Merrick's coronation were tense, to say the least. Yeah, I can imagine. Let's see, Parval in the occupied north. So, and I also like the book, what is it? I forget, the other book that follows, the Stolen Throne, mostly takes place in the deep roads and everything, so we kind of don't really get to, actually see much of the politics following the, occupation and everything from what I remember. Anyways, Parval in the occupied north, so this is where the Qunari came from, right? So, or rather where they first arrived. Not actually where they came from. In the 30th year of the Steel Age, the first Qunari ships were sighted off the coast of Parvalen in the far north, marking the beginning of a new age of warfare. History calls this the First Qunari War, but it was mostly a one-sided bloodbath, with the Qunari advancing far into the mainland. Qunari warriors in glittering steel armor carved through armies with ease. Their cannons, the likes of which our ancestors had never seen, reduced city walls to rubble in a matter of seconds. Stories of Qunari occupation vary greatly. It is said they dismantled families and sent captives to learning camps for indoctrination into their religion. Those who refused to cooperate disappeared to mines or construction camps. For every tale of suffering, however, there is another of enlightenment deriving from something called the Qun. This is either a philosophical code or a written text that governs all aspects of Qunari life, perhaps both. One converted Saharan reported pity for those who refused to embrace the Qun, as if the conquerors had led him to a sort of self-discovery. For all my life, I followed the Maker wherever his path led me, he wrote, but in the Qun I have found the means to travel my own path. It has been said that the most complete way to wipe out a people is not with blades, but with books. Thankfully, a world that had repelled four blights would not easily bow to a foreign aggressor, and so the exalted marches began. The greatest advantage of the Chantry-led forces was the Circle of Magi. For all their technology, the Qunari appeared to harbor great hatred for magic. Faced with cannons, the Chantry responded with lightning and balls of fire. I mean, they still have magic, and they make use of them, but they just don't really give them free reign and don't really teach them how to use the magic effectively, right? So, anyway, the Qunari armies lacked the sheer numbers of humanity. So many were slain at Mornis Pel on both sides, that the Veil is said to be permanently sundered, the ruins still plagued by restless corpses. But each year, the Chantry pushed further and further into the Qunari lines, although local converts to the Qum proved difficult to return to Andraste's teachings. By the end of the Storm Age, the Qunari were truly pushed back. Rouvain was the only human land that retained the Qunari religion after being freed, and its rulers attempted to barter a peace. Most human lands signed the Lemaire and Record, accepting the Tevinter Imperium. It is a shaky peace that has lasted to this day. Yep, and kind of falls somewhat apart as well. And I think it's like Trespasser, right? The Inquisition DLC, that we start seeing like Qunari starting to do a bunch of stuff again. As well as Solus doing all his stuff, yeah, so I wonder how that will, whole situation will shake out in Dragon Age 4. We'll have to wait to see. Anyways, this is just character, yeah, just character updates and stuff here. We'll just go through those real fast. Okay, and then let's see, meditations and odes to bees. O fair damsel of the garden, our Lessa of honeysuckle and rose, I humbly beg your gracious pardon for the offense that here arose. Surely your work is far too vital to be interrupted by one like me. I am no way entitled to earn the notice of a honeybee. I was a fool to pluck that flower for my lady fair. On my honor I swear to bring you dozens more within the hour, if you give me leave to try. Listen, traveler, if you would walk the garden paths some spring, mind that you don't trespass, for the gardeners do sting. Okay, I'm not sure exactly where that came from. But anyways, let's see. Feast day fish. This book found in Arlene's estate naturally falls open to this page. Fluffy mackerel pudding. Oh, that sounds pretty gross. I mean, I'm not a big fish fan to begin with, and that just sounds really gross, though. Okay, notes, let's see. Oh, just more of the love letters that we picked up. We still wouldn't have enough to fully complete that quest, I don't believe. And then just, oh yeah, just, ignoring this guy says, okay. So that is all caught up now. And then we have, some people to talk to. I think, did we already talk to Arleman again? Let me just see if he has anything else to say.
Let me know if there's any assistance I can give you. We have much to do and little time.
I should get to work.
We need to do all that we can in the few days left to us before the lands meet.
Yeah, so I guess nothing more with you. What about you, Alistair? What are you feeling like right now?
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
I have some questions.
Of course.
Never mind. Okay, I guess nothing more with you right now. Hopefully this doesn't mean we're cut off, because I know, like, if you don't harden him, you can't be his, like, consort when he becomes king. But since we're wanting to marry, I think it should be fine I didn't harden him, hopefully. But we can't really proceed with any of that right now, because we are not in a private place. But Riordan, I think we have a lot to chat about with you.
Hello again, friend. It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken.
Yeah, I just kind of chilled around till they came and got me. Let's see. Did you know Duncan very well?
We went through our joining together, more years ago than I like to remember. He was exactly the same back then, tough as stone and just as grizzled. I think he understood sooner than the rest of us how ugly a choice it is to let the few be sacrificed to protect the many. Always left himself a soft spot for his recruits, though. Only way he ever let himself down.
Yeah, I remember he was in, I think he was in the one book too, going into the deep roads and stuff, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I read those books. I really should get to reading the others sometime. Because like I said, I have heard, my sister has said that they do get better. with like the other authors and stuff, so yeah. And I know like there's a lot of relevant information in them for like Inquisition in particular. Anyways, what are your plans now?
When I'm well enough, I'm going to continue my journey toward Ostagar. Hopefully I'll be able to trace the heart of the Blight and where the Archdemon itself abides. If we want to defeat this Archdemon, we need to know where it is and how soon it might strike.
Well, it's pretty soon here. You're going alone? Shouldn't I go with you?
If there were more of us, I would agree. But as it is, I don't think we can deprive all the armies you've gathered of a commander.
Well, that, and we also need a Grey Warden to actually end the Blight here, so at least one of us has got to live to do that. Because we don't know about the Dark Ritual yet. Of course, we also don't know about the whole sacrifice aspect yet either. Let's see. Can you tell me about that vault again?
It's located just off the Market District in the northern alley past the Old Noble Tavern. I'll sketch out the code which will let you pass the lock wheel. Inside you can take your pick of whatever equipment remains. It is the stockpile the Wardens have kept for centuries, for the defense of Denerim.
Cool. I don't know if there'll be anything there that will really help us, but we'll see. I was hoping I could learn a bit more about the Grey Wardens.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you what I know, but it seems to me that you've picked the important parts up yourself. Be firm in your beliefs, protect people from their own ignorance, and be as loyal as you can to your brothers, even knowing you'll share their deaths.
Let's see. How many Wardens are there?
It's tough to say. Only the fortress in Weishaupt has every record. But there are certainly a few dozen or hundreds in every nation in Thedas. The Anderfells are home to over 1,000. It's almost like the Archdemon chose Ferelden deliberately, knowing how unguarded it is.
Maybe it did. Or maybe the Archdemon just happened to be nearest to Ferelden underground. Anyways, have you ever been to the fortress in Weishaupt?
Once only, and I'd rather not go again. It's far, lass, and very foreign. The Wardens there, they fight Darkspawn like you and me, but they're shaped by the winters there in the forest. They're a cold group and don't care like they should about the rest of the world. Their king is weak, and many Anders look to the Wardens to rule. I hate to say this, but some of them seem to want it that way.
Well, Visella would definitely be into that. Place where her title as a Grey Warden could give her some additional power. Though, of course, she wouldn't have the noble ties there. It'd be interesting to see Weishaupt at some point in the games here, too. It's like a lot of these things, I'm just like, it'd be interesting to see it at some point. I wonder what we'll see in Dragon Age 4. Because I know we're going to be in the Tevinter Imperium, but I'm pretty sure we're going to go to some other places, too. So, we'll have to see. How were the Wardens founded?
It was near 1,200 years ago, and no one knows for sure, except that it began with a group of Ander soldiers. Apparently, they defected from their king's army, vowing that fighting the Blight was more important, and traveled all the way to Tevinter themselves. They were the first ones to track down the Archdemon Dumat, and the ones to slay him, although none survived the battle. But they had picked up followers by then, and it was they who formally founded the Order, and were recognized by Thedas.
Yeah, I wonder how exactly they figured out that they had to take the taint in them to be able to kill the Archdemon. Forget if we learn about that all or not here. Anyways, why has it been so long since the last Blight?
Archdemons don't awaken on their own, you know. It takes the Darkspawn, tunneling and tunneling, searching for centuries to find one. And with no one to lead them, it must be sheer chance, or maybe instinct, which leads them. What's surprising isn't that it takes so long between Blights. What's surprising is that they succeed at all. But I imagine the old gods call to them, and it's that voice in the darkness which drives them through so many generations.
I guess that's all for now.
The important thing to remember is, none of that matters. When you're facing Darkspawn, all you need to know is to stop them at all costs.
I mean, some of it definitely does matter, because, you know, we need to know that we have to kill that we're needed to defeat them for good. Anyways, I know I need to talk to Queen Honora, I don't know if any of my other companions have anything to say. I don't think so at this point, but we can just double check real fast. It's been a while since I last played, so I can't remember when I last checked. Let's see.
If one more... What comes, my friend?
Probably nothing.
So, full of questions.
If
What comes, my friend? We are hardly alone, so privacy is not an option.
None of those rude questions.
This is not as... What is your wish, Kadan? I am hardly surprised. Very well. Speak, then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Yep, let's move on.
As you wish.
Nora might be over here. Yep. Hey, Nora.
Hello again, Warden. It is good that you came to speak with me. First, let me say that I knew your family. Eleanor, in particular, was dear to me, and what Hal did was unforgivable. How fitting he died at your hands. I will be blunt. I can see that your voice will be a strong one in days to come. It is to you that Eamon listens, and with good reason. My father must be stopped, but once that is done, Ferelden will need a ruler. I would welcome your support for my throne.
Sorry, Nora. Visella cannot marry you, so she is not actually as interested. Plus, you're not really easily manipulated like Alistair. Let's see. You think you were a better candidate than Alistair?
Do you disagree? You are a fellow Grey Warden. What do you think of Alistair's potential to rule? Never mind his willingness.
Make your case. Why should I support you?
For years, I have ruled this kingdom as Caelin's queen. As much as they loved Caelin, all of the Banon knew this to be so. Caelin was a good man, but what is needed now is not another good man, but a good ruler. I sent Alina here not solely because I thought I needed help, but because I saw an opportunity for us both. I need your support, Warden, and you will need mine.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I agree that there is much to be done before the lands meet, but don't you think plans should still be made for what will follow? I do.
Are you proposing an alliance?
That is exactly what I am proposing. When the time comes, you support my bid in the lands meet to remain on the throne. You will be seen as my father's enemy, yet you will be in support of his daughter. You will be seen as supporting the interests of Ferelden, as opposed to solely those of the Grey Wardens. In return, I add my voice to yours. Do you see? Together we can do what alone we cannot.
Let's see, what happens to Logan if you are queen?
He is my father, as well as a great general, who has served his nation well until now. If there is a way for him to live, I would prefer it.
Let's see, I mean, he partnered with Hal, who did the despicable stuff, so yeah. I mean, Visella, like, isn't, like, we've indicated before, she's not really bloodthirsty, she wouldn't be opposed to Logan living, necessarily, under the right circumstances, but at the same time, yeah, like he's done a lot of horrible things, but she could see letting him live if it benefited her enough, maybe, but at the same time, she wouldn't be particularly happy about it. Of course, right now she doesn't know about all the atrocities against the elves either. Not that that would sway her too much, necessarily, because it's not personal to her, but yeah. Let's see, I would rather he lived. If there was a way, I wouldn't oppose it.
I am glad to hear it. In the end, it will be up to the landsmeet to decide, I think. Does that affect your decision? Can we yet come to an arrangement?
I think I would need more than just your support.
Once I am queen, I will be in a position to grant you whatever you wish. And I shall. This is in addition to Highever being properly restored to you. That should go without saying, I trust. Alistair might promise you the same, I suppose. But I would ask which is better. The gratitude of a weak king, or of a strong queen. And even if it is not for you, think of what I could do for the Grey Wardens. Think of what I could do for your companions. I trust I have made my point.
I mean, for Visella, the gratitude of a husband would be, who happens to be a king, would be the greatest thing. What if you had a strong ruler beside you? That's if I was male, I could marry Honora, but I am not, so... And I'm not gonna ask her to marry Alistair. No, I can't support you.
Ah, that's too bad.
Will you support Alistair at the Landsmeet?
Marrick's boys are charming, aren't they? And happiest when they have a woman to dote upon. Is that why you support him? The way you speak of him, it simply makes me curious.
Oh, you catching on, are you, Honora? Let's see. I think he would make a better king than you believe.
Well, fair enough. I'll tell you this, my father must be stopped. Once he is kept from the throne, if it should fall to Alistair, then I will be content.
I have some questions.
Ask me whatever you like.
Does it make you uncomfortable siding against your father? I mean, that seems like a really obvious question, but I guess we'll ask it anyway.
Of course it does. Do you think me heartless? But how much worse would I be to calmly stay at the side of a man who murdered my husband?
Not to mention put in the whole country at risk for his own paranoia. Let's see. I met with Kaelin Ostigard. He was a good man.
He was, and far happier in the field than in the throne room. He was reckless, impetuous, and charming. Had he not been king, he would have made a dashing rogue for a band of players. We were a good pairing. He would not have wanted the burden of ruling any more than I would have liked remaining the silent wife in my husband's shadow.
I'm sorry for your loss.
It was more than just my own loss. But I thank you all the same.
Why did Logain leave Kaelin to die? Do you know?
Kaelin was so idealistic. The world was his storybook, and he was the hero. My father is different. He's an idealist too, but he knows what idealism costs. They often clashed, but never seriously, never for long. Kaelin would always come round to Father's way of thinking eventually. And then the Blight came. Kaelin dreamed of uniting all the nations of Thedas against the Darkspawn. It was a dream. He wouldn't surrender. What my father saw, however, was the boy he had swaddled inviting Orlesian troops back into the land he had fought to free of them. And for once, my poor, foolish husband wouldn't back down.
We should tell people what really happened to Kaelin.
They would not believe it, most of them, even from my lips. Logain is the hero they've looked up to their whole lives. Far easier to believe you or me a liar than him a murderer and tyrant. That's why it will be critical to find some way to discredit him before the Landsmeet. We must have proof of my father's crimes for the bands, or they will never believe us.
Another question.
Ask me whatever you like.
What do you think will happen after the Landsmeet?
Do you want me to try my luck at fortune-telling? There was an old woman who read palms in the village of Gwarren when I was a child. She told me that I would have 10 children and be bald as a winter heath when I grew up. I can't say I put much faith in foretelling. What will happen depends much on you, Warden. But you certainly knew that already.
I'd like to understand Logain better, if possible.
Well, he was once a farmer when he was a boy, if you can believe it. I never could myself. He's useless with plants, for one thing. I remember my mother once asking his help with a sick rose vine. My mother oversaw the rose gardens personally. He touched it. No more than that. And it shed half its leaves like a dog with mange. She never asked for him to help with her roses again. He bought her another one, though. He carried it back from Denerim with the branches overflowing his saddlebag. Despite the thorns tearing him bloody, he wouldn't let anyone else take it. He wanted to be the one to present it to her. My father has his faults, Warden, but he is far from common.
Why would he ever have trusted Arl Howe?
Trust would perhaps be putting it too strongly. My father knew what How was, and while I despised the man, I knew that father relied on his political mind. I expect my father thought himself above being influenced by the snake. Truly, I wonder how many of these acts stemmed from How and not my father at all. We may never know.
Is he truly beyond reason?
I hope not, but I fear it is so, yes.
Why doesn't Loghain back down?
Because he believes he is right, Warden. He thinks he is the only one who can see Ferelden out of its current crisis, even if it is one he helped engineer. My father is capable of remarkable blindness, but it stems from his love of Ferelden. That is the saddest part of all, I think.
Did he plan overthrowing Kaelin before Ostagar?
I'm not sure. I had no inkling of my father's plans until Kaelin was already dead. I would like to think that my father planned for the worst, but did not truly decide that Kaelin was a lost cause until that moment in Ostagar. The alternative is difficult to imagine.
Right, I should go.
Then I wish you luck, Warden.
Alrighty. Hey, Erlina.
My lady, she will be forever grateful, Warden.
She better. She better be grateful. She better back down when Visella puts Alistair on the throne. Anyways, no one over here. Pretty sure my companions don't really have anything to say, right? But I'll just double check real fast here.
Everything in here appears to be breakable. It doesn't have better things on then.
Just to be safe. Maybe one of them... Yeah, I'm surprised none of them comment about Zevran at all, but I guess none of them really necessarily got close to him.
This is a nice... something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Nothing... Pretty sure there's nothing for
The
anyone
Queen
to
is
talk
here.
about.
I can hardly believe it.
I didn't think much of her dress, to tell the truth.
She's very beautiful, though.
But she brought no finery. No attendants. No ladies in waiting. It's scandalous. A queen's visit ought to be at least as showy as the Festival of Summer Day.
Yeah, well, we had to rescue her from imprisonment, so I think she has good reason,
The
people.
Queen is here.
I can hardly believe it. I didn't think much of her dress.
What do you mean we're out of eggs? Don't those chickens know they're laying for an hour?
And a queen as well now. Hey, kitty. I wish I could pet you. Like I can pet Griffin.
We'll need white sugar for those cakes, Ilana, not barley sugar. They're for the Arl.
Hey, Ogren, I assume nothing more with you.
I got a moment. Sure. What about? All right.
Okay. Time to go out and wrap up some side quests here before we head into the alienage. Let's see. Who do we want to take with us? Well, we know we're going to be going to the alienage here. We'll take Alistair with us. Future King should see what Loghain has been doing. Plus, I just like him from a gameplay perspective, and we're going to be doing some official business around about talking to some people. We no longer have Zevran to be a fellow elf. Not that he ever really showed much of an affinity toward other elves to begin with anyway. Who should we take to deal with the elves? The unrest there. Maybe Liliana. I guess Liliana wouldn't be the best. Well, I mean, city elves would be, like, raised with the same beliefs, right? With Andrastian beliefs, so that part shouldn't be too bad. And she's a compassionate soul, so that might be a good idea. And you know what? Let's take Griffin out. Yeah, I think this will work. Okay. Taking a little while to load here. That's just Dunram and its wonkiness for you, I guess. Okay. Let's see, we got some stuff to turn in, I believe. And we can go find that warden cashier too.
Magic
Shanter's board, stuff to turn in.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Some more money. I think, did we have a mage thing to turn in? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. I know we gotta go to the tavern and talk to some people. Some of the nobles in there.
Be careful with that package, you lazy slut. It's worth more than you may continue.
Yes, let's talk to you. Ooh, if I can find the spot. Here we go.
Whoever you are, Wait. I know you. Poor Oswin obviously didn't recognize you. He described you in great detail, but never mentioned you were a Koosland. I owe you his life.
Let's see. I would leave no man to suffer at Arlhow's hands.
When I saw my poor boy's legs, I only wish Howe still lived that I might tear him apart myself. I would bring troops against his son. But Oswin tells me Thomas had no part in his father's depravity. Is there anything you would ask as a reward for saving Oswin?
Let's see. All I want is for you to speak out against Loghain.
Thank you again. Know that I will stand behind you at the Landsmeet with all the support I can muster. In fact, I am taking my supper today with Ban Reginalda of the White River Benorn. I'll speak with her about this at once.
I mean, at this point, that is much more important than coin. Especially since I think we're pretty well off at this point with not a whole lot to spend it on until maybe we get to Awakening. Let's see, and then we have a ring to deliver.
How fares your brother?
I had hoped to see him while I was in town, but he's made himself scarce. Every time I've called at the Chantry, he's been away. He answers none of my letters.
That doesn't sound like Ermenric. I'm sure he's merely busy.
Perhaps. I'll call at the rectory again tomorrow.
Oh, I have news for you.
May I help you?
I was asked to give this to you.
This is Ermenric's. Explain yourself. My brother would no more part with this ring than with his head.
You might ask Loghain.
Loghain? What does my brother have to do with him?
He's in the dungeon of the Arl of Denram's estate.
A dungeon? What? No. I will go to him at once. Someone will answer for this. You're Bryce Koosland's youngest, are you not? I thought I recognized you. Take this. It's been in my family for generations. Let it be a sign of the friendship between High Ever and Waking Sea. Let me know if you want some of my bowmen when you take back your Tairneer as well.
Excellent. Yeah, I wonder when we'll finally get to reunite with our brother, man. We still don't even know that he's alive at this point. Technically in game. So, yeah.
Will you be attending the funeral? No. No? But he was a friend of yours, was he not? You served in the same regiment under Merrick.
Brendan Howe was no friend of mine. The boy I knew died at the Battle of White River.
But I heard that his family will not make the trip from Amaranthine. Will you let him go to the flames unmourned?
That he didn't die years ago is the only thing worth mourning here.
Preach, man, preach. It's definitely true. Let him go unmourned. He just deserves no mourning. Still haven't gotten the sextons back yet. That, anything else? We can't do that hollow thing. We can't finish that. I don't think so. Right, I don't think I have 12 of those. Oh, I guess I never finished that one. Return to Major's Collective. I guess I haven't never finished that one either. Oh yeah, because that I needed to go to the alienage for some of this stuff, I believe. Okay, yeah, but I'm pretty sure I never got 12 love letters, right? Let's see, yeah, I only have 9, so okay, that's all we can do side quest-wise. So let's move on to the alienage and go face the horrors going on over there.
The worst of it's cleaned up now. Just watch yourself if you're going in. The alienage is a festering sore full of parasites. And that's on a good day.
Well, let's go see for ourselves here. Wait, no, I just got here. I do not want to venture forth. I just ventured forth. Oh. Oh, there's a crash. Shit. Hopefully it won't crash again. Hopefully it'll let me get to the alienage, because I gotta press the main story there. Okay, it's actually, okay, it's saved just as I entered, I guess, so that's good. I don't know why it crashed like that all of a sudden. Okay, here we go. Here's the hooded courier I was looking for a long time ago.
We are grateful. The compact is renewed.
There we go. That one's done now, I believe. Hello?
What do you need?
I've lettered for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I suppose a noble death fighting the blighted wretches is better than basking in this squalor. They'd better be paying well.
Alright, and now there's that one.
Stay out of our alienage, Shem. You too good to listen to elves? What do you want? Money? Money? You think you can buy us? You think we're so far?
We're not going to be mobbed, right? That's not something elves do here. Mob people.
Well, apparently they do, Alistair.
Someone's coming.
Apparently they do mob people. They're mobbing this dude just now. Are you alright?
I'm fine. Please don't talk to me. You'll only attract their notice.
Okay then. I was just trying to be polite.
Who's there? Stay away!
Just starved a veteran. How you doing?
Spare a silver for a war veteran?
Where'd you get injured, soldier?
Ostagar. Darkspawn took off half my foot.
Sorry, farewell.
Of course, sir. Of course. Cheap witch.
Yep, I have nothing for beggars. Visella does not give what she has easily. If you have nothing to offer her, she will not want to give much to you. Alright, hey Saurus.
It's you. Come in. I didn't thank you before, did I? I wish I could give you something. Everything I owned was lost to looters after the purge. Not that I had anything valuable to begin with.
Why were you in the dungeon?
Being stupid and hot-headed. The old Arl's son ruined my wedding. A few of us went to take back what he stole from us. I got captured. I suppose I got off easy in a way. I lived. Miss Terranhau's purge and the plague both. Lucky me. I guess the plague's been pretty bad. I've seen a few sick people myself, but by the time I got here, it seemed to be under control. There are mages from Tevinter here helping to treat it. But there's something odd going on, though. My cousin Shiani could tell you more. You can't miss her. Just look for the angriest woman in the alienage.
Phone ring in just a second. Alright, sorry about that. Chantry allowed foreign magic here?
I guess so. I'd expect Templars here otherwise.
Does this magical treatment work?
I don't know. You can only find out for certain if it doesn't work. And no one wants to put it to a serious test.
Why hasn't the alienage been closed off?
Between the Civil War and Ostagar, the city doesn't have enough soldiers left to seal the alienage. And only elves and refugees have gotten sick. I'm sure that if anyone important gets the plague, the alienage will burn. I guess the plague's been pretty bad. I've seen a few sick people myself, but by the time I got here, it seemed to be under control. There are mages from Tevinter here helping to treat it. But there's something odd going on, though. My cousin Shiani could tell you
you're
more.
repeating yourself, dude.
can't,
I should go.
I know you've already done a lot for me, but I have to ask. Could you talk to Shiani? Please. I don't know what's going on here, but I know she's in over her head.
I'll see what I can do.
Really? I don't know what to say. Thank you. Make her bless you.
I mean, I'm gonna have to anyway to figure out what the heck is going on here. Alright, let's see. And then, of course, we have this little side quest here that we'll be picking up in a second.
It shall be done.
Bearing armor to give a printed, elves who have swords will die upon them. Hey, feral dog. I guess I'll stay away from you. I'm surprised Griffin's not like one off. I mean, look how much bigger Griffin is than compared to this dog. I mean, I'm sure this dog is like malnourished, but still. It's kind of crazy just how big Mabari are. Hey, deranged beggar. Alrighty then. Valendrian's house.
Allow me.
Wait, what?
I could do that for you.
Oh. Could you? No? That's weird. That's a weird glitch with the lock bash thing, I guess. Okay then, oh, here's it. Okay.
Be here. How many of our brothers and sisters and children have these men already taken?
Hold on. Oh, for one thing.
You're really so worried about this plague?
It's on this tree, Griffin.
What will make you sick?
Make you stronger. Okay, and then mystical side of power, so that actually is then. Yeah, there's a lot of side quests you have to get to this point to finish, huh? Let's see. Hey, Shiani.
I've got children at home. I can't wait out here for another day.
So go home. The best thing you can do for your children is not trust these charlatans.
Everyone remain calm. We will help as many as we can today, so long as we can do this in an orderly fashion.
Oh, you're helping us, are you, Shem? Like Valendrian and my Uncle Syrian, you helped them, didn't you? Helped them never to be seen again.
We've explained this to you before, girl. More whining will not persuade us to let you into the quarantine to carry plague back out to the alienage.
Quit trying to get us all killed, Shiani. Some of us have still got things to live for.
If this spell of theirs works, why are half the people they quarantine perfectly healthy?
Let's see, what's going on?
What's wrong, Shem? Did you get bored and decide to come watch the elves die of plague? Wait. Soris told me about you. You're the one who freed him from the dungeons. These foreigners say they're here to help with our outbreak of plague. Funny thing, though. All the people they help disappear.
That's not true, and you know it, Shiani. Both my sisters got the Tevinter spell cast on them, and they're fine.
Where's your niece, then? And my Uncle Syrian? And Valendrian?
Yeah, because they allow some people back, so it's not too suspicious. Let's see, slow down and just tell me what's happening here.
These foreigners have taken dozens of elves into that house over the last few weeks, and none of them have been seen again. One of them was our Haran, Valendrian. And I don't know what we're going to do if we don't get him back.
Oh, what's a Haran?
He's the elder, the person who guides us. Maybe that doesn't mean anything to you, but it's important to us.
Does the guard know about this?
They have to know about it. The Haran complained, and so did I. They just don't care, or something worse.
I'll try talking to the healers.
You can try. Those guards mean business.
What do you guys have to say? Anything?
This is taking forever.
I can't talk to most of you, it looks like. What do you have to say?
I ask you to stand back. Some of these people are carrying the plague. The alienage is not safe for visitors.
Aren't you afraid of getting the plague?
If we did not know how to prevent the plague, we would not be here now.
For your own safety, we must ask you to leave now.
Okay. Codex. Draw State's Grace to give to Liliana here. Does Liliana would that even do anything for her? I guess a little bit, yeah. Oh, oops, I meant to open my inventory. Liliana here, take this. Before I forget that I have it. Ooh, my inventory is pretty full, actually. I didn't realize I should have sold some stuff off there. Anyways, I think there might be a vendor here I can sell stuff to. Not entirely sure.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you so much.
No problem, Liliana. Let's see. You got anything to say? Probably not.
Who's there? No, I won't go. I'm not sick.
You actually are sick, but you definitely should be wary of going. That's for sure. Hey, Sir Otto.
Is someone there? Maker's blessing to you, child. Be not afraid. I still have some sight to see you by.
Who are you?
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am Sir Otto. I am a Templar. I lost my sight in a battle with a powerful Maleficar. He called flame from the air and burned my face. The scars have healed, but my sight will never recover.
Enough small talk. How can I help you?
In my time in the alienage, I've come to feel there is something sinister at work here. What exactly, I know not. It took patience, but some elves opened up to me, and I've heard their sad tales. But I found no real evidence to support my fears. Ears alone have done all they can. I was hoping you could be my eyes. Look around the alienage for anything out of the ordinary.
Let's see, any reward for helping?
Sometimes the doing is its own reward. I'm a poor Templar with little to offer, but anyone who helps me will earn my thanks and my prayers.
What should I look for?
I don't know. I have a feeling that there is something to be found, though. You seem capable. I have hope that you will find what I seek. Maker watch over you, child.
I mean, no reward kinda turns us off, but if there is some kind of Maleficar work, maybe they have something that Visella might be interested in, so I guess she'll help. She'll take a look around at the very least. Let me just see what else is back here real fast.
Who's there? Stay away!
Who are you, child?
Mama never came back from ever. What's taking her so long?
Oh. Wait, who is your mom? Is she a servant at ever? I don't actually remember. Sorry, child, your mom is not coming back. It's been too long since I played the Origin. I don't actually remember what relevance she has, but yeah. Oof. Okay. Let's go deal with this side quest here first.
The house has eyes. But Grandma calls. What's a girl to do? Have to be a good girl, but have to avoid the bad men. You're not one of the bad men, are you? I just want to make Grandma happy.
Bad men?
The housemen. They came the night of shouting. All of us orphans were in there. Then the blood. Oh, the blood. Still bleeding. Poor animals. Poor us.
You're talking about the riots?
So many died. So many. The orphanage is all dead now.
What about the animals?
The dogs hear the bad men too. They make good dogs so confused, so angry. Poor little pups barking at the noise. Make them stop.
Who was your grandmother?
Never met her, but she protected me. But I lost her amulet. Grandma, make the voices go away.
What did the voices say?
Everything and nothing. They thirst for blood. More blood. The bad men in the house.
Who were the bad men?
The housemen. They came the night of shouting. All of us orphans were in there. Then the blood. Oh, the blood. Still bleeding. Poor animals. Poor us.
Anything I can do to help?
No, sir. No, sir, indeed. Don't go into the orphanage. The bad men will take you too.
Alrighty then. Let's see. Got a pool of blood. This pool of blood is still damp. Besides this coppery smell of blood, you also pick up the faint scent of bad eggs. Alright. And a dog. This is the corpse of a rabid dog. It looks like he was skewered with a spear. Nobody has cleaned up the body and it appears to have been dead for some time. Well, no wonder you got sickness around here when you're leaving bodies of rabid dogs around. Hey, Otto. I think we should look into the orphanage.
What have you found?
Beggar said there were bad men in the orphanage.
The riot took its toll not only on the body, but on the mind as well. I know of whom you speak, although she opened up more to you than me, and her poor orphanage. A sad tale, that. Did you find anything else?
What's the orphanage's story?
When the elven riot was being suppressed, the orphanage was stormed. It was bad. Very bad. Have you found anything else?
Pools of blood that smell of rotten eggs.
There's been no fighting in the alienage recently, which means the blood is not congealing. I suppose there could be some explanation for it. That's by the orphanage, right? A sad place. Did you find anything else?
There's a dead rabid dog in the alley. Oh, you know, I forgot to get the Grey Warden cache. Completely forgot about it after I went to the tavern. Okay, I'll have to check on that after we get back to Dinnerum.
I'll report that at once. I've heard such afflictions can spread, even from a corpse. I suppose someone may not have known that. One odd thing I am willing to believe, but two is no coincidence. Let's head to the orphanage. Both of your clues were near there.
Let's go. To the orphanage. Let's see real quick, because it has been rather crash happy here in Dinnerum. Okay. Are you coming with us, Sir Otto? Oh, there you are. Oh, now you disappeared inside. Here we go.
The feeling is intense here. This is the right place. I know not if it's the work of the Maleficarum, but there is definitely evil here. You go first. I will follow.
Alrighty then.
It shall be done.
Just know I got some magic that I'm gonna be using. It is horror time. Oh, this is just a single room. We'll go here first.
It shall be done.
Oh, fruit. Well, that's alarming. Just random electricity.
Do you hear me, Sir Willem, Sir Willem? I'm a falling, Sir Willem, Sir Willem, today. I'm a maiden, Sir Willem, Sir Willem. But I'm dying, Sir Willem, in pain.
Children being creepy. Typical horror trope. Alright, let's see.
As you say. No.
Not possible to pick, okay. Not possible to pick, okay then. Oops, some wild dogs. Time to do some freezing. Oop. We might get Griffin in this by accident.
As you say.
You alright over there, Sir Otto? Leliana's helping him out, so hopefully you're good. Let me do this. Ooh. Jeez, Sir Otto, let me give you a heal. Where's my heal? Oh, that's right, I put it over here. Heal you up a little bit here.
It's begun.
We must fight!
Alright. Wonder how they were all surviving in here. I guess eating on the dead. It's pretty gruesome. Oh, and now ghosts. What fun.
Very. Spider Maker!
I can't die. I will never die.
Okay then.
One, two, marks run through. 3, 4, the kingdoms at war. 8, 9, and now you die.
Okay.
Enemies
Creepy time. Loud screaming spirits. Okay. Ooh, shattered that guy and even though he was yellow. Sweet. Okay, let's see. Some screams going on. That's just, it's wonderful. And I'm pretty sure it's demon time now.
This is the center of it.
Mortal! You do not belong here!
Blessed be the Maker and his prophet Andraste.
Your pathetic maker is nothing compared to my glory!
I command you, show yourself, demon. Hide in the shadows no more.
You dare to command me? Let us see if your precious maker can protect you now, worm!
Oh, you are a rage demon, which means you are fire-based, and I have some ice for you that you are weak to. Oop, oh, yeah, we're going after me now. Yeah, that makes sense. But kind of cold. Oops, sorry, Griffin. Alrighty, some luster shades. Not too bad. Face to follow us in our journey here. Sir Otto, you doing okay? Let me throw a heal your way just to be safe, even though I'm pretty sure you're gonna die soon regardless. Unfortunately.
At one time I considered myself quite the warrior, but you accomplished here what I never could. But Something still isn't right. I feel there is more to this. Nearby. The building next to us. I can feel it. Just on the other side of this wall. Let us go!
Alrighty then. Fortunately, it's not gonna end well for you, Serato, I remember.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
But at least we'll get rid of this evil. Fewer demons and whatnot roaming around in the world. There's nothing that that's where we came from, right? Yes. The door just closed behind us, I guess. Alright, onward to more horrors.
Anne? Who are they?
Please, leave the children. Take me, but just...
No!
Poor kid. Orphan children. Okay, let's see. Get over here. Ooh, I'm getting hit pretty hard here. Oops. Need my tanks to come and take on this aggro for me, man. Jeez.
Fine thing we've done. Poor bastard.
I don't think Shade is really a poor bastard, Liliana.
Please. It's so cold now. So cold.
Oh, Ice Queen certainly isn't gonna warm things up here, but you know, yeah. Let's see. Oh, I can't go through that door, so this way.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Oops, some hidden loot. Let's see what we got.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
More stuff to sell. I really, like I said though, I forgot to sell before I came with alienage, which is kind of bad because we're gonna face my nemesis, the full inventory again. Okay, let me get a nice kind of cold going here. Do some shattering here, maybe.
Here comes trouble.
Nice job.
As you say. I shall do it.
Don't give them the advantage. Try to make them. You forced our hand.
Alrighty, good job, team.
Let's
keep it up.
Lost.
Keep up the good work here. Stun. Gosh, this place is an absolute mess. Oh, you know what? I didn't, I don't know if I gave enough to donated enough stuff to the armies now that I think about it. Hopefully I did. Oop. What was that sound? That was weird.
Leave me alone. Just go.
Oh. I guess that was the noise.
He's begun.
They will.
Place falling apart, I guess. Let's do a walking bomb.
Let's fight.
Cone of Cold. Can I get it without getting someone? Hopefully. Oh, sorry, Serato. I tried not to get you there. Oh, and Griffin, my bad. My bad. Let's see, nothing in the rubble.
I shall do it.
Battle here.
Think you are safe?
Though the Golden City has fallen, I have seen your face and your light. I am your...
Save your pedantic chant for your sermons, Templar. You have killed my brood.
The Maker compels you. Show yourself.
The Maker? There is no Maker. There is no Golden City. But there are demons. Yes.
I hear not your blasphemy. By Andraste and all the divine after her, I order you to face me.
You delusional fool!
Rage Demon 2.0.
It shall be done. Hurry
Excellent. But it's not over quite yet.
We have done it again. I feel the darkness receding. I have seen the work of demon before. Some Maleficarum consort with them, but the Maker must have guided.
Sorry, Serato.
And now, you die!
You served people well. At least you went out like a hero.
I shall do it.
Yeah, get out of that flame. Blizzard in here might not be a bad idea, but I feel like he's on me too much for me to get the spell off right now. Can I mind blast it?
Make a preserver. Watch it.
And Blizzard. Oh gosh, health is decreasing. And this is not gonna help, but... Oh wait, why could I not heal Liliana there? Shit. Hold out, people. The group heal is coming soon. Just hold out. Oh, I don't have the mana.
That was not pleasant.
Yeah, sorry, Liliana, but Blizzard was the best way there with so many ranged demons around. Alright, rest in peace, Serato.
I shall do it.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
So, amulet for that girl. The rest of this, I think, is just stuff to sell. Alrighty. Let's go give the amulet to the girl.
The bad men. They are quiet. They call for blood no more.
The bad men were demons.
I wonder if more bad men are out there.
Yeah, definitely so. Especially if you go to the Fade, so just stay away from there, girl. It is a symbol of yours. I found it in the orphanage.
It's my grandmother's. You found it, sir. May I have it?
I mean, I have no reason to keep it, so here you go.
I feel like a mist.
I don't imagine it's particularly valuable or anything.
Thank you, sir. I have to live my life.
I mean, I don't imagine some alienage elves amulet is particularly worth keeping, so. Anyways, I guess it probably would have been an amulet to wear, but I think probably not one that would really be that worthwhile. Anyways, okay. I am getting a little hungry here, so you know what, I'm going to take a break and eat some lunch, and then when we come back, I will, head into, the Tefenter people's area here, I guess. The hospice, wherever, yeah, and we'll continue on with alien stuff. But anyways, for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.